We got a refurbished A6 compressor. It doesn't have the coil, the pulley, or the clutch. The reason being is I couldn't find an A6 compressor that had a 5-inch pulley with standard threads. They all listed them as metric or standard with a different size pulley. So I found this A6 with standard thread, but nothing on the front. And we're just going to take everything off of the old one and move it over. You know, I already took the bearing out. It's not that hard. You could drive it out with a punch on the back side of the pulley. All right, we had to replace that anyway, so I got the replacement bearing right here. And we're just going to take everything off the front and move it over. And I'm trying to take the sticker off of the old one to put it on the new one, and you know, give it the appearance that it's, you know, factory, whatever. Now, when this thing showed up, it looked like it got smacked around in the box, so I think the threads are kind of distorted. Okay, that seems to be working good. There's a part number. There's a little wire clip in this one. Can definitely hear the difference in sound when it bottomed out. Are you even seeing that? Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it's seated, but then it doesn't. So maybe I should have cleaned out the groove. All right, I'll do that off camera. I just used the screwdriver to get inside the groove. There's some residue in there. All right. All right, that looks like it's in there. See, almost put the pulley on. We got to get the coil off. We got to pull the front clutch off. So let's get our removal tool. There's going to be a couple things that we need to pull out. I just left this. This goes over top of the bearing when the pulley's installed. I just put it back in there so it wouldn't get lost. There are C-clips, and then there's a wick inside that lubricates this part of the clutch. Yeah, I kind of smashed that felt when I put it back in, so be careful doing that. Little keyway. All right, this is the one. We're going to clock it different because the way it was clocked, maybe we had this discussion before earlier. It's so hard to keep track of stuff. Or did we already clock it? Anyway, reason being is the factory wiring is really stretched when it's at the 2 o'clock position. So, yeah. I think we got everything. I see another. Yeah, that stays in there. All right, our hardware. I'll continue to work on getting that removed. All right, let's start reassembling. But what I really want to do first is test to see if this coil is working. All right, we get a little 12-volt power source. All right. Right, magnetic, not magnetic. So there you go, the coil's working. All right, this is how it's going to sit on the vehicle. We can hook it up this way, and this would be towards the right side fender well. All right? Or if we hook it up this way, the wire has to come over and plug in here, and like I said, it's kind of far away, so I'm going to make the command decision and hook it up that way. So we'll put our C-clip in. Let me try to do it with you guys watching. Almost. All right, I got to seat that clip better, but you get the idea. We got the C-clip seated. Now we put our pulley on. Press fit. And I think we tap that on. All right, there's a pressure relief valve on the back side of the compressor right here. What we'll do is we'll kind of open it up a little bit so we're not hammering directly on it. Let's get our piece of wood. That's awesome. So we drove the bearing back out and we knocked the... Are you not paying attention? So we knocked the clip out, so we gotta drive the bearing in, which means I gotta find a socket that'll fit in there. And we'll just start over. Pull it off, drive it back down. So what we can do is use a punch very carefully without slipping and hitting the seal on the bearing. Maybe even take the time to make sure that your punch is completely flat. That way it doesn't want to walk off. Sounds like it's seated. We can put our C-clip on and see if that worked. make sure that your clip is seated. I think that's good enough. Bearing still spins freely. All right, we install our felt. I got that thing all jacked up. Yeah, I don't know if I can recover from that one. I'm going to mess around with this. You know, we still have to put this portion of it back in, but see what we got. I just cut the damaged portion of it off. I don't know. Is it going to make a difference? I don't know. Okay, get our keyway, if I didn't lose that. Nope. You can just drop it right in. Why would I have anything readily available? I'm sitting here thinking, like, man, this thing, it wasn't like that before. It's a different compressor. Of course it's not like it was before. I guess that's, you know, things you need to check before you start messing with the stuff is, you know, make sure that there's no burrs and cross threads and stuff like that. So I think that's it. We got our felt kind of lined up. Pulley still spins freely. There's no other clips or things like that. Okay. I think that's it. I think that's lined up. Let's get the felt pushed back. All right, let's see what happened here. All right, that's that. So of course, the battery dies. But I didn't proceed. We're in this together, I guess. Get as much threads on that as possible. I think that's a 7/8, 13/16. No. Nope, 1 inch. Now this is where we adjust our air gap. All right, we got to adjust the clutch. Let's get the instructions. Compressor mount. Torque and clutch air gap. A6. Torque. Refer to OEM specifications. All right, but they do have the air gap. It's between 22 thousandths and 57 thousandths. Method of adjustment, press fit. Torque shaft nut, not available. Or not applicable, however. But it's 0.20 to 0.35. So we'll set it at 0.20 since it will wear out over time. Let's get the feeler gauges. All right. Where were we? then we'll take it over to the power source and see if the clutch is engaging. I think that's it. I'm calling that good. Put our washer in. Torque the nut down to the non-applicable torque setting. There we go. Let's see if that changed. Nope. There we have it. Let's clean up and yeah. What I did fail to mention also is that the compressor needs to be filled to a certain amount, the oil that is, and this is the fill plug. So we got to fill this thing up also. All right, did I show you? Right here. This is the fill plug. All right. So we're either going to DC arc weld or we're going to test the clutch to see if it's actually working. All right. Okay. I'm happy with that. Oh, yeah. Perfect. So it came with this QR code. We scanned it. It tells us to go to page 19. For Chevrolet. Chevrolet. Year 71 to 72. Oh boy. They're just all over the place with the years. 69 to 84, 8-cylinder. See under hood decal, mineral oil. Why? When retrofitting to R134A, PAG oil must be used. That's what we're doing. We are going to the 134A. See under hood decal. Now it says that it came pre-charged with 3 ounces of fluid already. So let's see the under hood decal. I don't have my glasses. We're just going to get a manual, see what's up. Or maybe you could read it on the tag and you'll know before me. So, nowhere in the manual, nowhere in the vehicle did it say anything other than it takes 3.75 pounds of refrigerant. But a website said it takes 10.5 ounces of oil. There's already 3 in here, and there's 8 fluid ounces in this. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to add about 7 ounces into the compressor. So let's see what we can do. We can take this off, or I'm just going to dump it in the back port. I don't know. So I would pour it down the screen side. That way when you actually turn the compressor, it'll suck it down inside. So I think this is the suction port, and this would be the pressure side.